Gavuone village in Abau District, Central Province, came to life when they hosted the first ever Bawana Gai Vawari Numa Cultural Festival. The three-day event, which started on the 28th of November and finished on the 30th, attracted a lot of cultural groups from within Gavuone village itself, as well as other performances from around the district. Some even came as far as Milo Island, which is a two-day boat ride from the host village.
So when they invited us to come here, so we organized the boys, the community of Kure village, representing all entire Milo. We team up everything to do possible to get here to perform this dance.
The festival kicked off with a 22-foot canoe race, which is also a part of Gavuone culture, and it signifies unity among families and the community. The opening of the festival was graced by Minister for Tourism, Arts and Culture, Honorable Easy Henry Leonard.
This is a very special occasion that he is here again to welcome you, Minister, once more to Urapo Beach here at Gavuone Village.
He gave the keynote speech.
These are two important elements that I see that is very representative of people who are from the coastal areas. The canoe and also the traditional house. So this important occasion is a celebration of our culture. And I thank especially the organizing committee chairman, Mr. Rapana, for having that vision, for having that passion to actually organize this event and to pull together people from different cultural backgrounds to make sure that this event eventuates. Tourism Promotion Authority has also given the undertaking to support this event. And for me as the minister, I did mention that since this event is one of the first along the Aroma coast, we should give more prominence and more support to this event. So in TPA, from TPA's perspective, I've actually instructed TPA to contribute 150,000 kina to this event. So at the moment, we've already actually released 20,000 kina. And the balance, when I return back this afternoon, we will pay again 130,000 to come and complement our people's effort. So I took over at the time when COVID-19 struck the country. And at the time, government in its wisdom actually closed the country. There were no inbound tourists. Whatever we had in the country, that was it. So when I took over, I was told that tourism is down and tourism is out. That's what I was told, and indeed it was true. When I took over, the hotels scaled down. People were laid off. Our other SMEs in the tourism industry were affected. A lot of businesses were closed. So even when I took over, that was a challenge. And when I took over, I said that though tourism is down, but it's not out, how can we resurrect tourism in the challenging time? So when I took over, I thought of nothing else, but I said I need to go back to where our people are. Go rural, go to the villages, go to the people of Abau, Go to the people of Enga. Go to the villages of Manus. Go to the islands of Milne Bay. Go there, and there you will find your answer to tourism.
After his speech, Minister Leonard unveiled the official banner for the Bawana Gai and Vawari Numa Festival 2022.
This afternoon, on behalf of the Maraperoso government and as State Minister for Art, Culture and Tourism, I'm truly honored to actually officiate in the opening of the Bawana Gai Vawari Numa Festival. And I thank the people of Gavuone for hosting this very wonderful event.
Meanwhile, Vice-Chancellor of the PNG University of Technology, Professor Ora Renagi, was also present during the official launching of the festival as a guest speaker.
Papua New Guinea was an independent nation. And our forefathers, our grandfathers, our great-grandfathers, our great-grandmothers, our people all across Papua New Guinea had their own way of living, own standards of living, our own way of maintaining our lives. And we had our cultures, our values, and we lived by those values. We had leadership structure, and the village leadership was able to establish order in the communities. We had agriculture. Our people were gatherers and hunters, and they maintained their own living. They were independent. Now through the living that all of us are going through, we are beginning to realize the importance of our culture and our art. Beginning to realize the importance of even the environmental setting, the tropical setting of our villages, our countryside, our ocean, our beaches and our mountains. They are all very beautiful. And we know that the world out there with all the people from overseas, the older generation, the younger generation, they are looking for places to visit so that they can find peace and find some type of a joy in their lives to see that we have a beautiful world, beautiful created world. The places in Papua New Guinea, our villages, even our cultures, they are becoming of value as well.
Festival Director Rapana Vagilakona was adamant that the festival is a way of reviving and sustaining their dying cultures and traditions.
This is a new concept, especially in this community, but we know of festivals, existing festivals that have been enjoyed and observed throughout the country. So we wanted to bring the concept of those existing festivals but into this community so that we could create some spin-off SME opportunities out of this and at the same time reflect on our dying cultures and traditions. So we do appreciate and accept that our culture has evolved from purely Stone Age and then pre-independence or pre-colonial era, and the culture has actually been influenced by the arrival of, after the arrival of the missionaries, and then we have gone into self-independence and independence as up until now. So the festival actually acknowledges and also reflects those transitions that we have gone through. Festival actually captures two key elements, and as you can see at the background, we have our traditional houses. In the local dialect, we call them Vawari Numa. They were mainly built out of bush materials. Some parts of the buildings were actually extracted from materials or trees that can last for hundreds of years. Bawana Gai means the traditional canoe. These are the canoes that were crafted by our ancestors without relying on white man materials. So the canoes were basically carved out of special softwood, but these canoes were also used out in the seas, in the high seas by our ancestors. And they also made sails that could actually push these canoes, especially in the windy weathers. Firstly, I highlighted that this is about reviving the dying cultures. Secondly, it's passing on those values, the skills that we can see that the elders and the young people working together have demonstrated on construction of these houses, and also certain routines that they had to follow in order to put these ones up. We think that is educational. The third opportunity that we can see out of this festival is establishment and strengthening of the tourism industry in this area. God has given us perfect natural habitats. So we have a wide, beautiful sandy beach there, the lagoon, and the diverse marine resources that we can actually extract from there that we could utilize in this tourism industry. Mud crabs, we have mud crab project just across the plantation. We have an outlying island out there. So these opportunities that we have conveyed to the Minister for Tourism, Arts and Culture. So it has always been my wish and dream that we make this place a better community. Before I forget, part of the initiative of the festival is to focus on the replacement of the infrastructure here at the school ground. It is one of the key reasons why we brought the main events of the festival to the school ground, so that our provincial leaders, our district development authority leaders, we have the CEO who is currently present and has witnessed the event, and we've got a submission prepared that we will be presenting to the Central Provincial Governor's Office.
There were different performances ranging from traditional dances, choir groups, marching bands, role plays depicting their traditional way of life, as well as live band performances.
My name is Black Spot Tete, and I am 16 years old, and I'm from this village, Gavuone. Thank you. Let me introduce what I have brought up to the stage to show. There are about 8 items that I will showcase today. Hiwara, that's right, Hiwara, in my dialect. The stone hex. The stone eggs. This is just a model, not a real one, but it's just a model, modified one. Thank you.
Or when food was less, kavela was prepared by hardworking ladies to feed their family. The fourth, the shell I am holding here, the shell she's holding is called Aila for peeling food and scraping the coconut. The model of the wooden dish that I have brought out today is used during special events. It is for serving food for very important people during marriage ceremonies and other sing-sing events. It is called rivu in our dialect.
So, just to give you a picture and what the next steps are, beyond this event, after this I will be traveling back from Port Moresby with the Tourism Promotion Authority research team. And we'll be camping here for 2 weeks. We will scope this area. After the successful acceptance of the scoping report by the Tourism Promotion Authority CEO and his minister, we will declare certain places of Gavuone as tourism sites.
The Bawana Gai and Vawari Numa Cultural Festival has been slated into the national cultural calendar and will be an annual event for years to come. Meanwhile, the National Cultural Commission as well as the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture supported the festival.
My people, embrace your culture. Embrace the values of the tradition. Embrace it. Keep it. It's now more relevant than ever before. We need to return them. We need to revive them. We need to practice them. We need to teach them. The next generation must know, must practice, must keep, must promote, must use. The preamble of our national constitution states it very clearly. The preamble of the national constitution. It states that we are to embrace, we are to keep, we are to protect, we are to promote it, we are to teach the next generation and apply it and use it always.
How will we transfer arts and business and economics so that we also improve the quality of life in the villages as well? And the way to do this effectively is to provide the training that is required to support the economy in the villages. And one of those sectors that can be improved is tourism, culture, and promotion of arts and activities in the village, like what Mr. Rapana is doing today. And so I take this juncture to congratulate Mr. Rapana Varilakona as well. Let's give him a big round of applause.
To organize such a large event is not an easy task. It required a lot of contemplation, consultation, and inquiries with the higher offices. I thought that it would work out well if we inquired starting from the top. But such development submissions are usually developed, as they say, top-down, top-down, bottom-up planning. So before I could develop the documentation and submission so that this event could be realized, I had to consult the community by way of conducting a series of meetings with the key people that I believed that can make things work at the community level before taking up the concept with the Minister for Tourism, Arts and Culture. So the negotiations actually started last year in March, and I had to time frame the planning period starting in March, and we tried to allow a time frame of planning of 12 months or 11 months. And it was beginning of this year, on January 3, that we trialed out the concept by way of hosting the canoe race at the beach, where we held the program for day one. That is where the canoe race eventuated, which involved canoe owners from the entire Aroma coast. So we gathered there, where I introduced the concept, where I first introduced the concept on 3rd of January. And on early March of this year, we were able to acquire a license with the National Cultural Commission. So the event actually is recognized by the National Cultural Commission and also by the PNG Tourism Promotion Authority and the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, and OTEC, Office of Tourism, Arts and Culture. So we believe that working together with the key agencies and through effective consultation, we were able to put up this kind of event.